Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel, and I am here to look at the seasonal anime for 2025. One second, I just realized that things are not exactly centered here, so don't mind me. That one? Yeah. That looks much better. Nothing like live editing, but I can already see a couple of things here. Let's just get started. So up first is Solo Leveling Season 2, Apothecary Diary Season 2, Dr. Stone Season 4. I haven't kept up with any of these three. I watched maybe half of Solo Leveling, didn't really vibe with me that much. Apothecary Diaries, maybe like half of it, didn't keep up with. Dr. Stone, it's just too far out for me at this point, so sadly I can't say much about any of these three. We're back with some more live editing. I hope that looks better than what it was before. Anyway, let's go on with this. Okay, so My Happy Marriage Season 2, 100 Girlfriends Season 2, both of those I haven't kept up with, so we're just moving over to Sakamoto Days. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember a lot of people hyping this up when it was revealed to get an anime adaptation. It starts January 11th, so it's not too far away. So before I read it, let me see. Everything looks fine on the recording end. Okay, so let's see. Sakamoto Days. Taro Sakamoto was considered the greatest hitman of all time. Feared by many, he stood at the top of the underground world until he met and fell in love with a woman. As a result, Sakamoto abandoned his life of crime and now works as a convenience store clerk. Leaving his shady past behind proved more difficult than Sakamoto initially imagined. Many of his former rivals and partners do not believe that he has truly left the business and show up in hopes of taking him out. Barred from killing, Sakamoto must find creative ways to subdue his enemies and prevent them from bringing harm to his family, his store, and the small town that he resides in. Yeah, I can kind of see why people hype this up. It sounds really interesting. I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know why it defaults to watching because it's not on yet. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I can see why people are looking forward to it. Although, it kind of gives me the same vibes as Way of the House Husband, and I know the anime adaptation for that wasn't well received, so I'm hoping that this is different. So before we get carried away, Hachiko Season 2, I am definitely going to be watching. The after school specials were fine. It was just kind of there. After school things, it didn't really wow me that much. It was fine. Can I add it here? Thank you. But it has been feeling like it was far too long since the first season of it. And I really like the first season's opening as well, so I'm hoping that this one can keep up. And we got more Fate. I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole, so we're just moving over to Honey Lemon Soda. Okay, I feel like I've heard about this. I don't know where. For 15-year-old Uka Ishimori, middle school was the toughest experience she lived through. She was dubbed Rocky due to always freezing up in front of other people and was endlessly bullied as a result. Aw, that's too bad. Now in high school, she has a chance for a fresh start and to improve herself. But during her first week, she was accidentally soaked in juice by her classmate Kai Mura, a flashy guy with lemon-colored hair. That's why it's called Honey... Well, why is it? I don't know. On paper, Kai is everything that Uka lacks. He is popular, aloof, and bold enough to speak his mind. Despite their contrasting personalities, Kai encourages her to slowly come out of her shell, offering a helping hand when others avoid to do so. Although Uka initially wanted to forge friendships, she has now realized her true feelings. She has fallen in love with Kai. What started with a lemon soda is about to change Uka and Kai's lives forever. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching this. I'm just not sure why it's called Honey Lemon Soda. I get the lemon soda, but I'm missing the honey part. I don't know, I guess it's easier to call it Honey Lemon Soda rather than just Lemon Soda. But honestly, from what it sounds like, and even the art on this poster right here, it really gives me vibes of Skip and Loafer, which, funny enough, just got announced for a season 2, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I might end up dropping this. I might continue this into the whole season. Who knows? Then we have Guild, Boss, Solo. Oh, I think I know this one. It's like something about clocking out on time to beat the boss or something like that. Alina Clover signed up to be a receptionist for the Adventurers Guild, thinking it would be her ticket to the good life. Unfortunately, her dream gig turns into an overtime nightmare whenever adventurers get stuck clearing a dungeon. To save herself from paperwork, Alina takes to beating down monsters herself to solve the problem. Now she just needs to keep her activities a secret. It's Cloverworks. That's already a good sign. Cloverworks did Elusive Samurai this year. Well, last year, depending on when you're watching this. Yeah, I think this is the one about like clocking out on time in another world or something like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And what do we got now? We have more Blue Exorcist, which is so weird because it has not gotten anything up until a few years ago, and now it's just got everything. But anyway, we have Kuroiwa Medica. That's what I'm gonna call it, Medica. To say that Mona Kawaii is cute would be an understatement. She is breathtaking in every single way, and she knows it. At school, she is fawned over by boys and girls alike, and she graciously welcomes it as a natural reaction to her irresistible charm. That is until she comes across Medaka Kurewa. Oh, that's his name. The boy who is seemingly immune to her overwhelming charisma. She goes out of her way to talk to him and even dials her cuteness up a notch, but no matter what she tries, Mona cannot wipe the scowl off his face. Backed into a corner, Mona is forced to use her most devastating weapon, her physical allure. Such drastic measures would leave other boys foaming at their mouths, but Kuroiwa remains unfazed by her attempts. Little does Mona know that the only reason that Kuroiwa just barely abstains from succumbing to her charm is because he is training to be a monk, and thus trying his best not to be held down by worldly pleasures. That was a twist I didn't see coming. As Mona goes all out to entice Kuroiwa, she fails to realize that his unintentional chivalry might just make her fall for him instead. What? Okay, I'm assuming... Oh, it is school. It says it right down there with the themes. Yeah, it's a school anime. I'm probably not going to watch it. There's a lot of romance this season, and that's probably going to be one that I'm not going to continue. And speaking of, we have another one that's actually about the workplace, so it might actually be more enjoyable than school. No shade to anybody that's in school. Kona Kaishi de Nisuki Nahito Gaimasu. Yui, Mitsuya, and Masugu Tatashi aren't just any co-workers, they totally have the hot for each other. Okay, that's a weird way to put it. His helpful yet humble attitude makes her giddy, and her cuteness leaves him grinning like a fool. Problem is, they're trying to keep their new relationship under wraps to avoid making things awkward at work. But seeing how they can't keep their hands off each other, they run the risk of spilling their little secret with each day at the office. Okay, a very simple premise. I'm gonna add it on here. I don't know if that's unpopular, but I just got to the point where I'm tired of seeing high school shows, even though I am still watching them to an extent. So watching something about the workplace is actually really interesting. That's why I'm really enjoying Magi Lumiere, which also got another season. We got another season of Ishura for some reason. Sure. Anyway, I'm moving on to Okinawa Desuki. Wait a minute. Isn't this a cycling? It looks cycling. Anyway. Why is the main character narrating? Teruika Nakamura, transferred to Okinawa and fell in love with a girl, but I can't understand her dialect. Thankfully, Higa-san is always helping me with translations. A cross-cultural romance that's a wee bit different begins on the southern island. Was this the one that I saw? I don't know. There's like an anime that I saw that's like on an island or something. I don't know if it's supposed to be Hawaii. I don't know if it's this or not. I know that I would recognize the poster when I see it. But for now, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I maybe change my mind on later. And then we have Neat Konoichi. Okay. Otaku Konoichi. You know, I'm just gonna call it that. Is that like an equal? Otaku Neat, girl with zero romantic experience. A normal salaryman, Tsukasa, is attacked by a Yoma, by Aoyama and is gallantly saved by the appearance of the genius Kunoichi Shizuri. However, when she is not working, she becomes an otaku neat. Today, Tsukasa's house husband skills will continue to spoil Shizuru. A prescription delivered daily to you. It's only 15 minutes! I didn't even notice that. Okay. I mean, normally this is something that I would watch, but just the simple fact that it's only 15 minutes and it's very little to go off of, I'm hoping that there's a lot of anime references that I catch in there. It's an otaku, so I feel like it kind of gums with the territory. Yeah, that's not something I expected to actually add on here. We have Medalist, not Mentalist. Becoming an ice dancer was not what Tsukasa's back. Tsukasa Akiroiji had aimed for when he decided to take on the figure skating world. However, it is where he ended up as he started too late to following his solo skating dreams. Sure. For years, he was content with being a shell of his former ambitions, that is, until he met a little girl in whom he saw himself. Inori Yuitsuka, a 5th grader so desperate to skate that she had practiced in secret, had visited Tsukasa's rink with her mother to ask for lessons. She was branded as useless by everyone around her, told it was too late for her to begin, and that catching up on other skaters was impossible. With a newfound conviction and unwillingness to let another passionate skater go down the same road as him, Tsukasa takes on the responsibility of coaching her and promises to make Inori a medalist. Huh. Okay. The premise of it is kind of awkward in a way, but my prediction with this, first of all, I'm going to add it on here because I'm hoping that the synopsis isn't just all that there is to the story. When does this come out? January 5th. I'm hoping that this comes out before January 5th. It might come out right on January 5th, but my prediction is that this guy's got a gym. The girl and her mother just stop by, she practices skating, stuff like that. And then one day her mom is just, let's just say, not around. And so he basically takes over as a parent. That's my prediction, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. Make sure to timestamp this if I actually get it right. What is this? Hana Wasaku Shura no Gotoko. Oh, I saw love in the title there. Is this it? Hana lives on the small island of Tokajima with a population of 600 and loves reading to the island's children. Mizuki, the president of the school's broadcasting club, notices Hana's talent for engaging others through her storytelling and invites her to join the club. As Hana embarks on this new journey, she experiences many firsts with her broadcasting club members, deepening her love for reading even more. Yeah, it sounds fine. I'm hoping that it's actually is better than what it is. No offense. What's the studio? Studio Bind. I recognize that studio, but I don't know where from. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on. We have Dose, Koishita Shimanda. Mizuha's 17th birthday is in the pits. Her parents totally forgot, and the senpai she likes isn't interested in her. But when her longtime childhood friend asks her out, Mizuha has to sort out what this change in their relationship could mean. And her feelings might not be the only ones that are changing. Ho ho ho! I'm gonna pass. I've watched enough romance, or I am gonna watch enough romance from this, so I'm... Hold on a minute. Hold on, let's go to there later. Actually, let's go to there now, because honestly, these two, the posters aren't really grabbing me that much. But Mahotsuku no Yasaku, isn't this the Japanese name for... What's it called? Ancient Mage's Bride. Isn't that it? I know the Mahotsuku is. Masohukai. I don't know. It's really close to the title of that, at least in Japanese. Let's read it. On a moonlit night, Akira Masaki finds herself in a magical world where wizards and humans coexist. Every year, they must face an enormous, deadly moon that attacks the planet. Their only hope lies with the wizards of the Sage, appointed to fight the supernatural threat. But Akira soon discovered she wasn't summoned by chance. She was chosen to lead them in battle. And I am chosen to not watch this. Not really wild to me, but who knows, I might be proven wrong. I'm probably not gonna watch this, but I just want to see what this is about. Around 40 Otoko no Isekai Suhan. The story of a middle-aged man doing whatever he wants with the power of one-click online shopping. Kenichi, a single man in his 40s, is transported into another world for no apparent reason. As he tries to escape a dangerous forest teeming with monsters, he realizes that he has the power to access a huge online store. By using this power to exchange goods he found in this new world for cash, and then buying modern ones off the internet, he was able to quickly create a very popular business. However, his goal is to have a slow and leisurely life. Instead of growing his business even more, he decides to settle down and live off the power of Jeff Bezos? Wait a minute! The mail-order life of a middle-aged man in another world begins now. Which one is... Jeff Bezos is Amazon, I believe. Which that actually makes a lot of sense because it's online shopping. Oh my gosh, that was something I didn't expect to see here. It's probably not going to be good, but you never know. Magic Maker Isekai Maho no Suikatai. A man who was 30 years old and wanting to use magic died unexpectedly, and when he woke up, he was reborn in another world, named Theon. He had high hopes there would be magic in another world, but there was no magic in that world. Oh, and that's why it's called Magic Maker. Theon became depressed and lethargic, but an event led him to discover the existence of magic. That's right, there is no magic, then I will make it myself. With this in mind, Theon began researching magic from that day onward. Eventually, through the spread of a disease that can only be cured by magic, and a chance encounter with an enemy that can only be defeated by magic, Theon becomes a hero who saves the world. This is the story of a simple magic fool who, while tossed about by fate, overcomes it with the power and an indomitable power of magic and an indomitable fighting spirit, ultimately propagating magic to the people. Cool. You know what? I haven't put any fantasy on here. I'll put this one on here. I really have no reason why I'm putting it on here, but who knows? Magic Maker might actually be good. I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm proven wrong on any of these. Now this, Soryu Utility. I know I watched something like this that was about like golf. It was only like one episode, I believe. So is this like a whole series of it? High schooler Minami Aoba has no strength or aspirations and worries that she will graduate as a mere villager A. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but okay. In search of her uniqueness, she comes across a golf driving range and is approached by the part-timer ingenious golfer Haruka Akane. That is Minami's first encounter with golf. Together with Haruka and influencer Ayaka Hoshimi, the unremarkable Minami aims for the moment when she becomes the protagonist. I mean, I'm not the first person to be in love with golf, but I'll watch it. But I'm pretty sure that even those characters' names, Minami, Haruka, I'm pretty sure that those were in the other thing that I watched. I'll have to double check on that, so my guess is that other one was like a one-shot that I saw. I can't really recognize the characters from the picture there, but I don't know. The picture looks really good. What's the studio? It is Yostar Productions. I know that one too, but I don't know why, and I'm not going to cut the video to figure it out. So I'm going to read this one anyway. I'm basically at the end of the list. I went down and didn't really see anything else. So we're going to end off with Momentary Lily. I'm hoping that it's actually good. Robotic invaders wiped out all life, but Renge fights to survive using her powers. With no memories, she roams the city until she meets 5 other young women, each with unique abilities. Together, they make the most of their lives, cooking delicious meals between battles with mechanical monstrosities. Okay, as they uncover the secrets of their powers and past, they find strength in their friendship. Studio Gohands. If I'm not mistaken, Studio Gohands did X-Arm, I think it was? I know it was like a 3D anime that didn't really look good. So you may be wondering, why are you adding it to your list? Well, I like to torture myself sometimes. And legitimately, even though Gohands has probably had rough patches in the past, I'm hoping that this one is actually good. But yeah, all the other stuff, not really standing out to me. I mean, another season of Kanako Man, that's cool, I guess. But let me see if there's any, like, another more Skate. That's interesting. Let's see if we got any movies that will be interesting to me. Okay, so we got Kaiju number 8 and Senpai wa Otonoko. Sure. Is there anything? Okay. I mean, honestly, these movies probably won't be available for me to even find to watch until later. Batman? A sequel to Ninja Batman. I've never heard of that before. Okay. And specials. Kaiju number 8 special. A day off. Cool. I like a day off. Actually, I got a day off today. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the video. So let me zip back up here. And put it right about there. I think that's good on the screen. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty fine. Maybe just a little bit lower. Actually, I'm surprised because this is only like 30 minutes, so I won't have to chop too much out. But, excuse me, that is the breakdown of the winter season. I think what I'm going to do moving forward, because a little bit of breaking the fourth wall, when I do record these breakdowns of the anime season, I typically look through everything and then just cut out the parts that are boring. What I did this time is just look on the posters. If it seems interesting to me, I'll read it and see what it's about. Otherwise, I won't give it the time of day. So there may be a lot of good stuff that's going to be coming out that I may not have even looked at. So make sure to let me know what you're watching, if it's anything different from what I'm watching, and I'll definitely keep my feelers out for what other people are talking about this season. But if you enjoyed, hit that like button down below, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Momentai.